I want to give you girls a little bit more tips on how I manipulate men. And I told you girls, when you first meet a guy, listen to everything they're saying because you can use their strength and their weaknesses against them.
Welcome back, or welcome to Uncle ABL, and in today's video we're talking about women who manipulate men. Now before I get into it, not all women do this. However, there are some women out there who do stuff like this, who will seek out certain men to try and manipulate, take advantage, to extract the most amount while giving the least amount in return. And the reason why I'm doing this video is to warn guys out there, both young and old, against this kind of woman and some warning signs you may see of someone like this. And also some general practice when you're out there dealing with money and women, okay? Because you will spend money, don't get it twisted. However, I don't want you guys to get manipulated, conned, or even put into a dangerous situation. Now, before I go any further into it, let's check it out. And of course, I will stop this video at certain points to give my 2 cents. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I want to give you girls a little bit more tips on how I manipulate men.
Now, first things first, before she even starts, I want you to observe her appearance. Just look at what she has on right now, okay? At a certain point, you got to be able to do a little bit of discrimination just based on the appearance. I ain't talking about skin color. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's not really what I'm into. I'm talking about, look at how she is presented. That should be a red flag right there, but I digress.
And I told you girls, when you first meet a guy, listen to everything they're saying because you can use their strength and their weaknesses against them.
Now, what she's saying right here is what women do. They're going to listen to what you say. They're very good at listening to what they want to hear. A thing that's important, sometimes they'll totally forget. But things that they want to hear, things that they deem as important, they're going to hear it, they're going to remember it, they're going to store it in their brain, and they're going to figure out a way that they can use this for their advantage or your advantage. This is just what they do naturally. Nothing against them. It's just Mother Nature. Now, as a man, you can't reveal too much too soon. A lot of you guys want to be out there pillow talking, telling all your secrets. Don't do that, because that will be used against you in the court of law. I mean, in a relationship, but I digress.
So for example, if they're a businessman and they're constantly bragging about how good they are, their businesses are going, you can say, babe, I know that you're struggling a little bit and I'm not too sure if you can help me out, but A, B, and C, D, this is what I need. They are going to be triggered. They're going to be like, wait, what do you mean, babe? I can help you out. I'm not struggling financially. Like,
see, that right there, I recognize that right away. I've been around for a long time. I'm an old guy. I've seen that. That's the oldest trick in the book, where they try to insult you a little bit and say, oh, well, I know you're struggling. I know it's kind of hard for you right now. They'll say it in a nice tone, but really they're trying to insult you. So you, in turn, would try to prove that you're not broke. You're not in a bad situation. So you'll overcompensate to prove that to her. But me, I don't even hear those kind of insults. I don't even listen at all, because I already know that they do stuff like that. And really, if she's doing stuff like that a lot and she's not recognizing that I'm not biting, then she's kind of slow anyway, and I don't really want to be around her.
what are you talking about? You are triggering emotion out of them to get something you want. Do you see where I'm coming? And you girls are like so scared. Y'all just have to be bold for this and make it sound very innocent. You do not want to offend him. We can do this with their baby voices. If he's a doctor, you can use
the baby voices are hilarious. I don't want to hear no baby voices. Okay, we're adults. I don't want to hear no baby voice. That's not a thing. If I hear you using a baby voice, I'm going to go ahead and just think that you are a liar.
His strengths against him. Like, he's super smart. You can say, babe, I know you're just a doctor, but do you know anything about this? He's gonna be like, yeah, just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I don't know. He will.
Some guys, if a guy falls to this kind of stuff, he's insecure with himself. Okay, and then he's not recognizing that he's being insulted and being manipulated. Because, you know, if I hear something like that from anybody, I'm going to check you, especially a woman. I'm going to check you right away. It's like, what you mean? But I'm not going to be inspired to then part with some finances. I'm not going to do that, but I will check you on it. And if, again, this kind of behavior is a persistent thing, then I'm going to go ahead and just go about my way. I'm going to go over there and you stay over there.
Will give you full-on details on everything. He'll probably even do research to tell you about this topic. Like, use these guys' strength to their advantage to get what you want out of them. For example, if he used to say he used to have a really abusive dad, you can call him later on in the relationship. This is all fake. You can make up a fake ass story and be like, baby, I just got off the phone with my dad and he was yelling at me and he told me like he's not paying my car insurance anymore and I just don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. Do you have any advice?
First of all, that's pretty gross to use his childhood trauma against him, manipulate him that way. That's pretty gross. But beyond that, I'm not trying to hear your sob story. I don't care about no sob story. Listen, everyone has a sob story. And if you are going through a thing, you're having problems, I feel for you. However, again, that's not going to inspire me to do something or not do something. I'm not really with it. Okay, if I want to help you out financially, then I'm going to do it. If I don't, then I'm not. But I'm not going to let you and your emotional manipulation move me. Really, I'm not going to get involved emotionally on that level at all. This is why, for people that don't understand, this is why so many men are cold. I say all the time, I have an ice box where my heart used to be. That's how I am. I'm cold as ice. Because you got to be. You can't get involved in emotion because that's where women are the best. You got to be the best version of yourself as a man, which means not trying to dabble in the area where women are better than you. You do what you do the best, which is being rational, logical, reasonable, sensible. 1 + 1 is 2. Trying to get involved in the matters of the heart and emotions and feelings and all that, you're not going to be as successful as a woman is ever. And you got to understand that. But I digress. And also, if you're cold and you're not really caring about sob stories, this kind of thing won't move you at all. It's only when you try to get into the emotional part are you liable to get scammed and robbed and everything else.
Now that he has that kind of connection with you and the dad relationship with his, he is going to step up and he's going to be like, well, babe, how much is it? How much is it? You know, like, are you okay? Yada, yada. It's all a big ass mind game. Yeah, use their strengths against them, their weaknesses against them. And even when I was telling you girls, like in the beginning, just listen to everything they're saying so you have an idea on who you're really talking to, how the way you can talk to them. Because it's just like very like reverse psychology. Think about it. You tell somebody they're not going to do something, they're going to do something to prove to you that they can, especially if they can do it. You know what I mean? And like, remember I told you girls, oh, boost the fuck out of their ego. The reason why I tell you girls to do that is because I want you girls to break their ego before you ask for something. So let's say before you ask for a phone or something to get paid, you can be like, babe, back then, did they have phones? So you can remember.
I mean, really, but see, you know what? The reason why I'm doing this video, because some of this stuff is just kind of dumb. It's like, are you guys really falling for this? I hope you're not falling for this. But this is the kind of thing that I need to just speak out against, because this is just really basic level emotional manipulation, gaslighting, things of this nature.
Remind him that you're the prize and he's older than you. He's gonna be like, oh, you know, yeah, this is that, and then you can ask him for something because now he's reminded, oh, she's the pretty girl here. I'm the one that, you know, she's the prize. Got to put these guys in check sometimes.
Okay, so that's this young lady talking about how to manipulate men to get money. Now, let me come back. There's a lot I want to say. First of all, to my guys out there, please don't let these women manipulate you. And if you're dealing with somebody that's like this, using the baby voice, trying to do all that, just go ahead and move around. Not all women do this. Some women will use certain things to their advantage to try and move around. That's just in their nature. But when they do stuff like this, when they're going above and beyond, using childhood trauma against you, you want to just go the other direction. Now, I'm not saying you can't help out a woman financially if you want to do it. That's fine. But you got to know from the beginning, okay, how much do you want to give? What are your boundaries? What line will you cross? What line will you not cross? If you have in your mind, okay, I'm going to budget a certain amount of money for dating for these women. Okay, she might need X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. I'm going to take her to this dinner, take her to this play, whatever. Budget a certain amount in your mind. And if anything goes beyond that, just be like, nope, can't help you. The sob story, okay, that's fine. I understand what you're going through, but I can't help you. Now, if she leaves, okay, that's fine. It's because that was going to happen anyway. If you say no to her and then she stops dealing with you, that was going to happen regardless. So it's not even really a thing to be concerned about. Don't worry about it. Move on to the next. That's how that goes. So yeah, don't be manipulated. And one big thing I got to mention, I almost forgot one thing, because I see a lot of scams online. A lot of you guys are getting manipulated by catfish. People that say, you get hit on the dating app, it'd be some beautiful pictures. She says she's in Colombia, she's in the Philippines. Not all the passport guys do with this, but some guys who are just green don't understand. Never had anybody like me tell you this, or you just kind of are hopeful. If you give a woman money without meeting her ever, just some random person on the internet, you're probably being scammed, and it's probably a man. You get caught up in some emotional stuff. You see it all the time on these catfish shows. Oh, well, she told me her dad died and her brother needed a kidney transplant and her mama needed her grandmama got diabetes. They're going to cut her foot off. Okay, cool. I understand that. But guess what? I don't really care about your sob story. I mean, I do care if you're a real person and I know you, but not to the point where I'm going to go broke behind it. I got a dollar amount in my mind. Sob story or no sob story, I'm not going to go beyond it. And if you've never met somebody and you're giving them money, you're going to be scammed. Even if the person is a real person, understand this. What's the incentive to ever meet you? You keep sending money. Why meet you? They keep getting the money, keep doing whatever they want to do, and they don't have to actually meet you. That's another layer of trouble they got to go through. Why would they do that when everything is fine and they're getting money? Do not give money to a person you've never met before. Do not go beyond your own boundaries in a relationship or even a marriage. Don't allow them to manipulate you emotionally. Stay out of the emotion game. Stay stoic. Be cold, but be fair and be respectful. And that's pretty much all I got. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.